Hey, what's up, everybody? Omar Jaza here from JassehCodeCamp. Welcome to this channel and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to build this beautiful and standard address finder landing page with just some good HTML and CSS stuff. Yeah, so I have some stuff here already, so I'm going to quickly show you around and then we get started real quick. Yeah, so we have the design already. So this is the design that we're going to actually implement with HTML and CSS. Yeah, and then this is the original design from icodethis.com. Yeah, we also have this images folder, and the images folder basically contain our images, and these images are going to be used for the background and also for the icon. Yeah, we're going to need a background image there, and also we're going to need an image for this icon. Yeah, so the image for the icon, we have it in this icons folder. That is this site, the SVG file that you see in here, and then we're going to pick one of these image, one of the background images from here, and then we use one. I think we're going to use the bg-0. Yeah, so guys, let's get started now. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to actually split this page, and then I'm going to have the image on this side, and then I have my code in here on this side. I'm going to also maybe close this sidebar, but before that, let's create our first file. Yes, HTML, right? We're going to say index.html. Yeah, the index basically is the home page of the website. Yeah, let's bring in the HTML file boilerplate, and then I'm going to say address and landing like this. And then maybe I'm going to put a pipe here. I'm going to say HTML and CSS. Good stuff. Looking at this design, we can basically say that we have two main components on the UI here. So we need this navbar, that is this navigation area, and also we're going to need this section here, this content area here. Yeah, so we're going to call this thing our main nav, and then we're going to call this thing our hero. So basically, the hero has this H1, this paragraph, and this site form. Yeah, it's good to basically identify your elements, because when you identify your elements, you basically know what to do. So, yeah, so I'm gonna say nav like this, and I'm gonna say ul. Yeah, and then we have, I think, 5 list items there. I'm gonna say li star 6 and then greater than symbol a. Yeah, we need the a for the actual links, huh? And then they need to be actually wrapped by li items. So this, and then I'm gonna put a hash symbol here, and then I'm gonna say account. Then so this looking good. If you want, you can go and check this on the browser, but no need. We can just continue until maybe we are done with the whole stuff. And then, yeah, I mean the whole like structure. Yes, it's always good to check. You understand? Time to time, go and check what your output is looking. Yeah, in that way, when you have some issues, you can just quickly fix them. Then I'm gonna have a div here, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna need a H1. But before that, I would like to put the H1 and the paragraph all in one div. Let's go and do that quick. So I'm gonna say H1, and then I'm gonna do some magical stuff here. I'm gonna say explore the wall. Yeah, we want to explore the wall, man. Yeah, good stuff. So for the paragraph, good stuff, guys. So I think, guys, this is good. Yeah, if you want, we can go to the browser. I think we can go to the browser now to see how this is looking. So yeah, so you see, guys, it's looking like this, which is cool, definitely. Yeah. Now let's go back to the code. Yeah, so now I think we need to have the form. So I always like also to identify my elements, even if I don't have some corresponding CSS for them yet. I'm gonna say class, and then this is going to be hero. Yeah, this is good. This is the issues with diff. Normally, like when you have a lot of this, it's always very difficult sometimes to keep track. Yeah, so I'm gonna say form. Yeah, for the form, I can put it inside the diff, but I think it's okay. Let's just have a form like that. Yeah, and then inside the form, we might need to have an input, and also we might need to have a button, this side button here, which is actually gonna submit the form, and then we're gonna also need this icon here. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have one diff that's gonna wrap all of those stuff. Huh? Yeah, so I'm gonna have an image like this, and then I'm gonna say the slash, sorry, the slash images, and then I'm gonna say icon, and then I'm gonna say search, good stuff, and then the alt, I'm gonna say search icon, good stuff. Yeah, and then after that, I think I'm gonna come and say input. Yeah, guys, good stuff, guys. Now let's look at the code very well. Yeah, and let's just reiterate and confirm that everything's kind of looking good. Yeah, I think we have our main navigation, and definitely we have the nav, and the nav is a semantic element. No need to actually give this an ID or some classes. Huh? Yeah, this one is just a standard div, so it's good to say this is the hero, and then we can basically say this is going to be the hero content. hero content, good stuff. And then we have this form, and yeah, we don't actually need to identify the form by giving it a class or anything like that, because this is the only form that we have on the page. Yeah, what I might want to do is maybe I can give a class for this div, even though this is the only div we have inside the form. Then I might want to say form input group. Yeah, this div is actually grouping all the inputs that we have for that form. Yeah, so this is good. Now let's go and check this thing in the browser. Sorry guys. Yep. All right, guys. So this is looking good, guys. So now the next thing to do is to go to the CSS and then style this stuff. All right, guys. Yeah. So now that we are done with the HTML part, then we're gonna go to the CSS part. Yeah, that's going to be the most interesting part in this tutorial. You're gonna really love it. You're gonna see some really crazy CSS stuff. Yeah. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna actually create a CSS file, a new CSS file. I'm gonna call it main.css. Yes, you can call this file anyhow you want. Yeah, so before anything, let's go and link this file. I'm gonna say link like this, CSS. Let's say main CSS. Cool stuff. Then let's also close the sidebar there. Yeah, guys, this is good. Now let's go and start putting some spicy CSS. So what I'm gonna do normally, like I would like to put some basic CSS reset. I'm gonna say start. Yeah, just a very simple one. So we're gonna say padding. We don't need any padding on the page, and then also margin. We don't need any margin on the page. So I'm gonna say box sizing zero, border box rather. Yeah, yeah. Box sizing basically is the way our boxes are going to be the size of the boxes our boxes are going to be calculated. Yeah, basically like the dimension of our elements, like the width and the height. Yeah, the algorithm that we want the browser to use to calculate those sizes. We said we want the border box. Yeah. So now, yeah, let's go and quickly see if this is working. So what I sometimes like to do, I'm just gonna say, you know what? Let's put some color, some very horrible color. I'm gonna say deep pink. So I'm gonna go to the index. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let's go and check this in the browser. Oh, you see, guys, this is working, huh? So, guys, our CSS is actually enabled. So now you can go and implement the real CSS. Yeah. So we come back in here. We remove this. We don't really need this thing in here. Now, how do you want to start doing this CSS, guys? How do you want to start doing this CSS? Yeah, that's a good question. So now let's think. Yeah, I think we can basically start maybe with the to give the header, like to take the whole height of the screen, like the viewport height of the screen. That's the header. Yeah, you can start with header and then yeah, give it some background and then all those stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna say header. I'm gonna say background. For background, I'm gonna say yeah. Let's just say background. I'm gonna say background color maybe yeah, I'm gonna say basically like black, but I'm gonna say RGBA. Yeah, RGB basically stands for red, green, blue, and the A is for alpha. I'm gonna say 0, 0, 0, and maybe 1. Like I want to have 100% black. Now let's go and see this in the browser. Almost no difference. What is happening, guys? What are we missing? Yeah, so let's do something. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the header, guys. Yeah, so this is interesting. I forgot to put the header. Wow, I don't know why. Yeah, but it's not a big deal. They just have the header wrapping all of this stuff. Yeah, so cool stuff. And then I'm gonna say this. Yep. So this is good. So we come back and then we come back to the CSS. Yeah, you see we have this stuff. Cool stuff. So what I want to do now, I want this background to take the whole height of the screen. You see the viewport height. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say height 100 VH. Cool stuff. Then from there, let's go and see how it's gonna look. See, it's looking this. This is good. Yeah, we don't want the black background. We want to have the image and also maybe with some overlay. So I'm gonna say background image. I'm gonna give it URL. This is how you actually specify the background of the background image of an element. Then I'm gonna say dot slash. Remember we have our images already, right? Then I'm gonna say bg0 like this. This is good. Now let's go and see this thing. Yeah, so what happened is background image will always override background color. Now let's go and fix this now. So in fact, before we actually fix the overlay, like to apply that like dark layer on top of the background, let's apply the background properly. Yeah? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say the background size is going to be core. Then I'm gonna say background position in the center. And I think that's all I need to do. Let's check. Oh, everything's looking good. Yeah, and then maybe just for I'm gonna say background repeat. I don't want this background to repeat. Yeah, the image is very big, so it's never going to repeat, but it's just a good thing to do. And I always like to do this. I'm going to say no repeat. Yeah. So now, guys, this is good. So all now we need to do now, you have to tell CSS that I want to blend the background image and the background color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this thing an overlay of 0.5. Then from there, I'm going to say background blend mode. Background blend mode. Yeah, I want to blend the two backgrounds. I'm going to say overlay. Nice stuff. Now let's see what's going to happen. See, now we have this dark layer on top of the background, and then that means like the background color is applied, the background image is also applied. Nice stuff. So now let's go and work on our link. Sorry, our navigation area there. So now I'm gonna say UL, I'm gonna say li, and then I'm gonna say display inline. Yeah, you can see, guys, it's not always like the crazy stuff, like the advanced stuff in CSS. Sometimes the basic stuff will do it. Yeah, so after doing that, yeah, let's see how this is gonna look. You see, we have all our list item spread, but there on the part top there, on the top left, this is cool, no problem. So what we're gonna do, let's say UL, and it's even fine, we can just leave it there. Yeah. So I'm gonna say let's have the like those bullets. I want to remove them. I'm gonna say list style type or list style. I'm gonna say none. We don't need any list. And then we want to go and actually put some colors on the change the colors of the A. So I'm gonna say UL li A, and then I'm gonna say color is going to be white, and then I'm gonna say maybe yeah, basically that's it, and maybe text decoration. Say none. Yeah, let's go and see this. Yeah, so this is fine, guys. You can see. So let's actually add some padding around this heading. I'm gonna say padding. This I'm gonna say maybe on bottom 1.5 rem, and left and right maybe 2 rem, something like this. I think it's giving a good start. Yeah, it's a good start. You can see we have the stuff here looking like this. So the next thing to do basically now, let's push the list items on the right side there. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say nav ul, then I'm gonna say text align right. Yep. So this is good. Oh, good stuff. So what else we might want to do is let's create spacing in between the A's. I think the A should be fine. Oh, between the allies. Let's do it between the allies. So I'm gonna basically say margin right. I'm gonna say maybe 1.5. Let's go and check this. Good stuff. You can see, guys, good stuff. Yeah, so guys, I think now this is looking good. Yeah, this is coming up. So the next thing I might want us to do now, I might want us to work with the font. Yeah, if you look at this design very well, the font, the font actually is not just some standard font. Yeah, this font is Roboto, and we're gonna take this thing from Google, some Google fonts. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I've already opened Google fonts on this page. So you can see fonts.google.com gonna take you Google fonts, and you can have some very good fonts for free. So I'm gonna search. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna search for Roboto. See, and we have about 12 different variations for Roboto, and this is the one that we need. I think so. Yeah, so now what we need to do, we need to have some version of this Roboto. And looking at this design, let's look at the design. We might want to have, let's say, 18 version of Roboto, like maybe 400 or 500. And we might need to have some bold version of Roboto also as well. And you can see we can even have a bolder version of Roboto as well. So this is good. Let's go and grab some versions of Roboto. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna say let's select the 400. Let's select also maybe also I'm gonna remove all of this stuff, and I have some stuff already here. Yeah, I think the last time I was working on yeah, I was getting some fun from here. So I'm gonna remove all because I don't want those things to interfere with what I have here. So remove all of these ones also, remove all of these ones here also. Yeah, so everything's clean. So quickly let's get some Roboto 400, some Roboto 300, some Roboto 500. Yeah, and then maybe some Roboto 700. I think that should be fine. And then maybe 900. Yeah, and then this is the thing, we can grab all of this fun, but when we don't use them or we don't need them, later we're gonna remove the one that we don't need. Yeah, to just save us some bandwidth. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click here, it's gonna show me my selected stuff. Yeah, I have two options to actually grab or link these funds to my website. I can actually use the link or I can use the import. I'm gonna go with the import. Yeah, because I kind of love the import. Yeah, because I think yeah, like, at least the code is shorter. Yeah, this one we have long, a lot of lines of code here. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna go with the import. Yeah, so and not only that, like with import, I can just copy this stuff and then have them all in my CSS file, which is also very good. Yep. So that is copied already. So we come here. Yeah, and normally it's always very good, guys, to have your fonts put at the top of your CSS. Yeah, this is good because it is how actually we apply that. Yeah, but this is not done when this is added. All we need to do now, we have to actually specify the elements that we want to style with those font. So we're going to apply that on the body. So here also we're going to come and copy this stuff that is done. So just come here and yeah, have this body, and then just come and say yes, this is good. Yep. So now let's go and confirm that our font is actually taking effect. You come back here. Yes, you can see it's taking effect. So what we can now do now, what I don't understand is me, this is big, but this is fine. Yeah, so we can take that later. So what we're gonna do now, we're just basically gonna say yeah, so this is looking good. So we have this good stuff you can see. Yeah, so I think we can now jump into the hero section part, right? This part, huh? Yeah, so let's work on that, and then later we can fine tune this style. So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna say dot hero. Remember we have the hero class, then I'm gonna say text align. I want to center align everything, center. Let's go and confirm that. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah, so now let's come and say yeah, everything here basically should be white. Um I'm gonna say color white. Yeah, we might not definitely be white. Some of them might not be or are not going to be 100% white like this text here. Yeah, but this is a good start. Yeah, and then maybe I might want to have maybe some maximum width for the hero, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna need some maximum width, but now let's look at this thing very well. Yeah, because we don't want, let's say, this like this whole content area to span the whole width of the screen. Yeah, so we might want to give it some max width. Yeah, max width mean like I don't want you to pass this width. So max width, I'm gonna start with maybe 900. It's a good choice pixel, and then I'm gonna say margin auto. So I can just say margin inline auto because I'm really yeah, margin inline auto is fine. Margin inline auto because I want to center the whole box. That is the hero box there. Yeah, you can see it's centered, and then we have that. And let's give it some margin top. Margin top, maybe I'm gonna say 8 rem. Yeah, and guys, just to let you know, I'm currently not using my cheat sheet yet, but when I need to, I'm gonna check the original source code of this stuff. Huh? Yeah, remember this was already done. So, but now I'm redoing it from scratch again with you guys. Huh? Yeah, cool stuff. So interesting. I'm liking it. So, yeah, let's come here. Let's say the hero H1. Yeah, I can just say H1 because there's only one H1 on the page. Yeah, but hero H1 also is not bad. Ah, never mind. Yeah, so we just say H1 and then we're gonna say font size, and I'm gonna give this maybe some 3 rem. Yeah, some good guess here. H1 font size 3 rem. What is the point? This one is not taking effect. Let's see, do we even have H1 here? Oh, I call this HI. Interesting. See, program is funny, huh? Yeah, H1, huh? Yeah, so what we might want to do now, the font weight I think is fine, but we can just say font weight maybe 700, 900. I think 700 is the default, but I can just give it 900 and see how it's gonna look. This is so bold. Not bad, not bad. It's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's maintain it, and then maybe later you can. But let's change to 700. Yeah, but we're not gonna spend time here debating on which value to use. Huh? Yeah, that is good. So let's do some stuff. Let's do the paragraph now. Yeah, for the paragraph, and I think it's even not bad to just say dot hero content. Remember we have that hero content, right? Like this. Like I'm saying, okay, get me the H1 that is inside that hero content. Yeah, why I'm doing that because I want to have similar code, you understand, for my stuff because I'm about to do this. Huh? I'm going to say now for the paragraph, what I want, I'm going to say font size is going to be maybe like 0.9 rem. Yeah, we're going to use the font size of this from 16 default 16 pixel to at least a little bit lower. So I'm going to say maybe the color also. I don't want this to be pure white. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to reduce maybe the lightness of that white. Huh? I'm going to say RGBA. I'm going to say 255. Or I'm gonna probably check my cheat sheet here. Yeah, to just maybe get the right value there. 255, maybe 0.8. Yeah, but let's just take this thing from my original source code. But let's see this first. Yeah, it's kind of looking good. I think that's a good guess. And then maybe the font weight, I'm gonna say 500, maybe 400, something like that. Yeah, I think this is cool. Yeah, but let's take this thing from here. Let me get this value from here. Maybe it's gonna be easier and faster for me. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I think the only difference is let me just copy and paste here. Actually, here I use the original I use 225, not 255. Yeah, not bad though. This is good. And I think the line height also needs to be adjusted. Yep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say line height going to be 1.75. Yeah, remember line height basically is the spacing between the lines. So yeah, we have this good stuff. It's cool, huh? Yeah. So we might also want to reduce maybe the width of our paragraph. I'm gonna say maybe width is going to be, let's say, 90%. See how that's gonna look. Yeah, 90% of his parent. You can see how it is looking. 90 is huge. We wanna say take 75. 75%. And then I wanna take you to the center. Margin auto. Yo, I can just say margin inline. A margin inline basically is margin left and right. And margin left and right on a block level element set to auto is gonna actually center that thing. Yeah, you can see it's centered. Yeah, so what we can do now with the hero content, we can have some margin top here also as well. Huh? Yeah, so margin inline is basically margin left and margin right. So margin top is like this. I can just say margin top, maybe get me to them. I have some space between you and the paragraph and the heading. I think to them is that huge. I think it's cool. Yeah, yep, yep. So now let's get to the form. So I'm gonna say dot hero, maybe dot hero something like that. I'm gonna say form. Yeah, and then what do you wanna do with the form? Maybe you can just give some padding, maybe 1.5 m something like that, all around something like that, and then maybe yeah, and then yeah, we're gonna see that much stuff here, but this is cool. So what else we want to do now? Yeah, remember in our HTML, that's for the form, we have this form input group, right? So what I want to do is I want to basically have this image inside this input, and then I'm gonna have this input maybe taking the whole width, almost like the whole width, you understand? And then I'm gonna have this button getting some stuff. Yeah, let's start with the button and see. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna say sorry guys. Yeah, I'm gonna say dot, I'm gonna say like maybe form dot maybe uh form input. I think that's how I name it. Yeah, never mind. If you cannot remember, just check in your HTML again. Yeah, form input group. That is good. So I'm gonna say, let me show you guys what I'm gonna do here. But before that, let's just basically style the button. Huh? Yeah, let's leave that thing there. I'm gonna say dot form input group button. I'm gonna say yeah, here I'm gonna use my to actually get the actual values. Huh? Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to style this button. I'm gonna say the background color is going to be Dodger blue, and I'm gonna say the font family. Yeah, so guys, this is the thing. By default, buttons and inputs they don't actually they don't inherit the font family of the body or of their parent. So we have to actually force the inheritance there. Yeah, let's even confirm that. Let's confirm that. Yeah, you see, stuff are looking like this. But let's say if I just remove this thing. Yeah, you see how it is looking. Let's even confirm what is the font family for this. Yep. So I'm gonna say computed. I'm gonna say font family. Yeah, you can see the font family for the button is Arial, guys. It's Arial, right? And what I want is I want the font family to be this. You see, I want the font family to be this robot. Huh? Let's confirm again. You see now it's robot has answered. The tip here is this buttons and inputs, their font family, or they don't inherit the font family of their parent by default. So we have to actually force that inheritance there. Good stuff. Yep. So we have to put it back originally. This is what we want. And then I'm gonna say let's give the fonts some fonts, give me the font size, but I'm not very sure anyway. So let's do this, and then from there I'm gonna say the font weight because we can also try to verify that 500, and then I'm gonna say the color is going to be white. And then what else do you want to do? We're gonna say some padding. Yeah, this one I think to make stuff fast, you can just get stuff from 1.5 frame, 3.25 frame, something like that. And then maybe for the border left, like we explicitly don't want to have border on the left side, so you can see it's coming up. Huh? I'm gonna say border left on. Huh? Yeah, we don't need any border on the left. Huh? I think this is good. You see, cool stuff. So we're gonna have similar style for the input. I'm gonna say dot form group input. Yeah, and then I'm gonna basically say uh, yeah, very similar. Then later maybe we can factor these styles. I'm gonna say the font family also. Yeah, we're gonna inherit the font family. Yeah, so inherit, and then we're gonna say the font size is one rem. But we're gonna confirm. Yeah, if by default if it's one rem, then basically we don't need to actually set this again. Huh? Yeah, then from there I'm gonna say padding 0.25 rem, and then 2 rem like that, and then padding left. Yeah, you might need some. Yeah, this is the thing, guys. Let me just even show you how this is looking before we proceed. See, it's coming up, but you can see we have this gap between the input and the button. But don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Huh? Yeah. So what else we want to do? Remember, we need to bring in this thing here. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Don't worry about it. So what we're gonna do is let's see the padding. I think this is good. Yeah, we might need more padding on the left side, because if you look at the design, we might need to have this thing like this has to come here, but we're gonna talk about that quickly. Yeah, so let's actually apply some background and all those things. I'm gonna actually copy this thing from here, and then yeah, and then we see how it's gonna work. So copy here, and then I'm gonna paste in here. Good stuff. Now let's go and see. You see, we have all this stuff. Nice stuff. So you can see we have the back, we have the transparent background, and also we have our placeholder there, but now our placeholder is not looking that much good, but we're gonna fix that. And then we still have this gap, we're gonna fix it, don't worry. Yeah, so we almost done, guys, we almost done. So let's go and quickly fix the placeholder. Yeah, to style the placeholder, yeah, there's actually this style, yeah, actually pseudo elements, we're gonna actually use that to style the placeholder. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come and say I'm gonna have this thing here, and normally I want to have maybe this thing kind of in order. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna bring you here like this, and then yeah, I'm gonna come and say, yeah, let's have you as a placeholder, yeah, like this, you see. Yeah, we have that selector. Yeah, we have this pseudo selector called placeholder. Yeah, we have this pseudo selector called placeholder. So this is gonna actually allow us to style the placeholder. So all we need to do for the placeholder actually is to just give some background color. So I'm gonna say, sorry, some color, I'm gonna say color. We need for this thing. We might not even need A. Yeah. Then RGB only is fine. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, looking good, guys. Looking good. Yeah, I think now the next thing to do now is actually to bring in the icon in here, and then after that also we try to fix this thing. Make sure like this and the input and the button are attached, and then and from there like we make sure that the input take the rest of the space, like the leftover of the parent. Yeah, you see button take this space, then the remaining space is going to be used by the input. Yeah, so for this side, we're gonna use some very interesting technique here. We're gonna use CSS positioning, guys. CSS positioning, We're gonna use position to bring this thing, like to position this thing how like how we want it. Yes. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this side down here. I'm gonna say dot side icon. I'm gonna say position absolute. Yeah, but this is the thing. I'm gonna say position absolute, but saying position absolute now is not might not be a good idea. It's not bad. We're gonna actually fix it. Yeah, but I want you to understand that when I say position absolute, I'm gonna position this thing. Use I'm gonna yes use absolute position on this element, and that means like this is gonna position relative to is is nearest position parent element. Yes, I'm gonna position this thing to its nearest position parent element. Now let's look at the side icon now. Let's look at the relationship of the side icon with other elements. You see this is the side icon. Now who's the direct parent of the side? This guy is the direct parent of the side. But do we have a parent of this side which is also a position element? I don't think so. We don't have. Yes, and what is a position element? A position element is actually an element whose position is not static. Yes, so then we can create that element. We already have the element. All we now need to do is basically just implement that element. That is this guy. And we want to also position this element, that is this image element, relative to this. So currently, if you position it, if we just apply a position like this, it's not gonna work. You understand? It's going to be positioned, but it's going to be positioned relative to the body or to the root element. Now let's see, guys. Let's say I'm gonna move this thing. I'm gonna say position absolute. Then I'm gonna say width, like the width of the image. I'm gonna say it's going to be 2 rem. Then I'm gonna say left 1 rem. Like leave one rem from the left side of your position parent element, of your position parent element, yeah, not from your parent, but from your position or from your nearest position parent element. Then I'm gonna say top CSS, guys, 50%, like this. And then yeah, I think this is good. Now let's look at this code and see. You probably would not see this icon, or we will not see it on somewhere we don't expect. So I'm gonna refresh this. Yeah, so this is the thing, guys. I don't think I have a class called site icon. Yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually go and create that class. So but definitely I don't even need that class. Yeah, I can just basically apply this by just saying dot form input group site, sorry, image, like this, because we have only one image. Now let's go and see how this is gonna look. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You can see where the image is at currently now. Yeah, but we want to bring this image inside here. So to do that, remember what I said, we're gonna come to this guy that we started. Yes, this guy, and then we're gonna make you guy a person element. You see, and which person what are we going to use here? We're going to say relative. So basically, relative is just going to make this guy to be position, but by default, it's not going to make any difference to how the element is going to be displayed or how it's going to position. Huh? Yes, but I want you to understand that doing this does not mean we cannot do anything with this. We can actually now unlock, or we even have access to some properties that were not available to us. Why? Because we just change its position to relative. But by default, we just this is not gonna do anything. Yeah, but it's gonna actually activate this thing. It's gonna allow this relative to this guy. That is the yeah, relative to the input group. Yeah, this guy. Now let's check, guys. You see, we have something coming in here. So what is happening here? The input is actually the input actually is not coming up to here, and you want the input to take the whole space. Yeah, and if you want, we can inspect this. Yeah, let's inspect it and see. So when I inspect this thing, come down here. Sorry guys, I think I'm gonna put this thing on the other side. Yeah. Yeah, let's inspect. You see, I'm inspecting, and let's also increase the zoom in here. Yeah, good stuff. Let's do this. Yeah, look at this div, guys. You see this div, and look at the image. You see the div, the image. So the image that is now inside the div. Before it was not inside the div. Let me show you. If I come back to the div and I remove this, you see. Let's take the image. You see the image is here. The div is here. So you can see now the image is not inside the div, but we want to bring the image inside the div. Yes, the image and the input, they are siblings, like brothers and sisters. Huh? The image cannot just get inside the input like that. Huh? It's like we're gonna trick the design. We're gonna trick the UI sort of. Yeah. So how it is actually presented. That's what we're gonna trick. Yeah. So but behind the scene, the image is actually inside this, but not inside the input. But the way we're gonna implement it is gonna look like the image is input. Sorry, the image is going to be placed inside the input. Yeah. So to do that, all we need to do now, we need to make sure this input is gonna take the remaining space of the div. Yes. And guys, I'm gonna tell you this thing. The easiest and the fastest way to do that is this crazy stuff called Flexbox. Yes, let's get to Flexbox, guys. Flex. So now, what I'm gonna do now, you're gonna see some crazy stuff here. I'm gonna just come and say display. We're gonna use block, guys. Block. I don't need you. I'm gonna say flex. You see, the moment I say display flex, magically things are not gonna happen, but we're gonna see some changes. Let's see. You see, magically things don't just happen like that, but we have seen some changes. Now the changes are, you can see now this side, sorry, the input and the side button, they now attach together automatically. Yeah. So now the other magic that we need to do now, I'm gonna come to the input. See the input, I'm gonna tell the input, you know what? I want you to take the remaining or the leftover space. Like what is remaining on your parent. Now let's look at this thing again. You see, this is we have all this space remaining, like this that thing on the right side. You can see we have all the stuff remaining. But now what I want is I want side to be on the far right, and I want the input to basically take the whole space that's remaining on that parent. Now let's do that, guys, quick. To do that, all we need to do is we just have to add this magical property called let's again and say one. Real simple, guys. You can see this, right? Interesting. Yeah. So now, all we need to do now, you can see, guys, we are almost done, guys. We are done. All we now need to do basically is to move the placeholder in a little bit, and basically we're gonna do that by applying some padding left on the input, and then we push this input. Sorry, this side icon a little bit. Yeah, to make it to actually put it to the center. Yeah. So how do we do that, guys? Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, we're gonna come to the input here. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some party. This is the padding that I wanted to give to the input. I'm gonna say maybe 3 rem. Yeah, let's give it more padding. Yeah. So you see, it's moved. Now all we need to do now is just take this thing, place it to the top a little bit. Now to do that, actually we can play with this top position. Yeah, I can just come and say, you know what? From the front, from the top of your parent. You see, this is translated to from the top of your parent. This is from the left of your parent. But remember, guys, not just the direct parent, the nearest person parent element. And here, the nearest person parent actually we activated it. Actually, is the parent. Yes, that is the parent. That's the form input group. Yeah, the form input group. Yeah, so all we need to do, as I said, if you want, we can play with this, but there's a faster or a better way of doing it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see, I can make this 40, but this is a guess number, guys. You see, I make it 40, it's go up a little bit. Now I can say, let's make it 20. See, I'm guessing this stuff. See, it goes a little bit up. But how about if you can come up with something that we're going to make it perfect? Yeah, let's try that. So there's this thing property called transform. So transform, what it does is accept different type of values. So we can actually transform our elements based on what we want. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna use the translate value. Basically, translate basically is move the element, yeah, relative to its current position. So I'm gonna translate this thing y. And guys, let me show you something. You see, Like vertical is Y and then horizontal is X. So what I want to do is I want to move this guy up a little bit. And to do that, remember something, guys. The element started dropping from the top. You see, from the top it goes down, but you want to take it back. So when it goes down, it's positive, and when it goes back up, it's negative. So what you want to do? You're going to say, hey, move back up 50%. But now, what is this 50%? 50% of what? 50% of the element. That's what we are talking about here. We're saying, hey, you know what? We want you to move yourself and just take 50% of you. So now the next thing to do is to just style this grid. Look at that. Let's look at that in our HTML. Yeah, so we have this index. Yeah, we want to actually give this thing some special class. You're gonna say class. I'm gonna say CTA link or CTA button. Yeah, CTA basically stands for call to action. Yeah, and if you look at the design very well, like this, more like a call to action. Yeah, it's just trying to tell the users, hey, you can actually create your account from this link, huh? And looks like a button, but actually it's a link, huh? You see, that's why we call it CTA button, huh? But you can name it anyhow you want. So all we need to do now, you can just come here and say the CTA. But I always like to place stuff that are related, in the same area. So I'm gonna go to where I have my navigation stuff style. I'm gonna say CTA button. Yeah, and then I'm gonna say, yeah, we want the background to be yellow or orange. Yeah, orange, that's what you want. And then I think we want some padding here. Yeah, padding, I'm gonna say one rem top and bottom, and then maybe two rem. Yeah, left and right, something like that. And then we're gonna have some border radius. Yeah, so 8 pixel. Yep, good stuff. Let's go and look at this in the background. Oh, good stuff, guys. This is looking good. Yeah, and guys, this is what we want. Yeah, yeah. So what I want to do is basically I think in the original implementation, I think let me check this. Let me check this. Yeah, I think I make these things. I give them some font width of, let's say, 500. Sorry, yeah, font width of 500, and then I think I also we're gonna need some more padding at the top here. Yeah, what we can do is we can actually add some padding on the li there. Yeah, so I'm gonna say padding, like just padding block, because padding top and bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna say padding block, which is padding top and bottom. I'm gonna say maybe one rem. Yeah, let's give it a try and see. Yeah, we cannot have that, or it's not actually taking effect. So what is possible here is we can add some padding here, or we can even grow the padding in the, or we can add the padding on the UL. Yes, let's put the padding on the UL, because the issue here is this thing. Uh, But let's just do padding, and then maybe let's say padding one them, and then maybe here zero them left and right. I don't know why that's not even working. Yeah, actually we are not seeing any effect. So let's just go and put this thing on UL. Yeah, I think it's gonna take some effect finally. So we're gonna say padding block. Yeah, that's the padding left top and bottom. Then maybe one them, something like that. Yeah, yeah, you see that's good. Yeah, we're able to see that effect. Huh? So this is good. Maybe we can also increase this thing to 1.5. Sorry guys, to 1.5. So yeah, this is good. And yeah, I think it's good. And what we might want to do now for the li, sorry, for the a's, we're gonna say font weight. I'm gonna say 500. Good stuff. Let's check. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, and I think this paragraph is small. We can just adjust the paragraph a little bit. So let's just leave it as one rem. Yeah, let's go to the p. Where's the p p p p p p p p p p? Yeah, so 9. Yeah, 0.9. Let's make it one rem. One rem is good. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I think, guys, I'm happy with this stuff. But now I think yeah, so looking at this design, it's 3 lines, but yeah, I think we might want to increase this thing to maybe to 80%, or even maybe 85%. Yeah, I think this is good. Nice stuff. This is good. And I have this. Yeah, I think one more thing that I might want to do is I don't like when we actually just click on this thing, you can see the focus. The focus is actually giving us this kind of like white border on yeah, kind of this black border kind of inset uh uh yeah, so actually like the white border on top of this thing. I really don't like it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually disable that outline. Actually, it's outline. I'm gonna disable it. Yeah, I'm gonna come and do this. I'm gonna say um maybe dot form input group input focus. We have this thing called focus. So meaning like when I focus on the input, what I want to do is I want to remove the outline. I'm gonna say outline on. I don't want any outline on it. So let's see how it's gonna look. Yep, good stuff. And then maybe the next thing I want to do is I want to say, you know what? I want to give it a border when you actually focus, 1 pixel solid, and then I'm going to use Doja Blue, something like this. So let's see, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I think one more thing I want to do now is I want to actually give this thing a font weight of 500. That is the input itself. So I'm gonna say font weight 500, good stuff. Yep. So yeah, I like this better, and yeah, I think that's it. Maybe I can just increase the padding here, the padding left. Yeah, I can just say maybe 3.25. Yeah, I think yeah. So sorry, I'm not seeing this. Maybe let's say 3.5. Yeah, it's better now. You see. Yeah, I think yeah, this is good. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I think we are good. We are good and done with this stuff. So yeah, so just let me know how it goes. Like if you guys really love this stuff, yeah. So let me know. Yeah, definitely put guys put your comments in the comment section below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. So and let me know like what you want to learn. Huh? Yeah, we're gonna do our best to actually bring more tutorials for you guys. Huh? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for following. Yeah.